Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan. You may know me as Cubby Be Good in the trading world, and I'm finally going to be reviewing the Fivers.com, a proprietary firm that I've actually used. I'm going to compare them to other proprietary firms like uh, Maverick FX and APA Fund, which I also used as well. And the Fivers is not too old. They've only been around for a few years, and I'm just now hearing about them. I found out about them about 3 or 4 months ago, and they offer some really good options for traders that are wanting a place to trade larger accounts and not risk their own money, which is really cool. They offer a 50% profit split, which is on the lower side for a lot of the prop firms out there. But they only require a 10% growth, which is pretty low. The 50% profit split is on the lower side because a lot of these other prop firms like APA Fund and Maverick FX will increase or decrease their fee or their profit split as your account grows. But their options and restrictions are still way more than the Fivers.com, which I'm going to get into right now. So let's do this. All right, so the options that you have to get started with the Fivers.com is the initial fee. So it's a one-time commitment fee, which is still much better than the competition, which almost all the competition out there have a monthly subscription fee to be a part of the program, which can be $100 or even more, and $200. And I just don't like the idea behind a monthly subscription fee. It just makes me feel like they're making more money off the subscriptions than they are from the profits of the traders. So the options are actually pretty good. The the target point for these evaluation accounts is about 7%, which is pretty low, and I like that target, and I think it's definitely achievable. And if you do get that 7% target, you get a 52,000 funded account, which is really quite substantial for getting started with the Fivers right off the bat. A lot of these other proprietary firms like Maverick FX, APA Fund require you to go through some training and take some tests to make sure that you can actually trade the market. The Fivers is so different. They allow you to get started right off the bat trading a evaluation account right from day one. So it's a pretty amazing how they are able to do this and make a really good business model out of it. For example, the $550 fee from the 52,000 funded account has a drawdown requirement or cutoff. So if this drawdown is hit, that means that you did not profit and you will be suspended from trading the account and it'll be over. But the cool thing about that is your one-time commitment fee actually covers the drawdown for them. So they don't have any out-of-pocket, really any out-of-pocket expense. And they're actually looks like they're probably profiting about $30. I mean, that's what I suspect. I don't know that for sure that this $500 commitment fee is going directly towards your drawdown on your trading account. That's something that I don't know, and they won't tell me if I were to ask. But you can kind of figure that these fees are kind of your commitment fees is being covered, or at least being covered in the drawdown, which leads us to believe that maybe that's the case. All right, the maximum exposure, 0.65 lots. I feel like this is probably the biggest drawdown or one of the biggest drawdowns for me at trading at thefivers.com. Is I wish the lot exposure was a little bit higher. It's not very friendly for grid trading or potentially martingale trading as well, which is a type of way to trade the market for the longer term. Profit share, as we talked about, is 50% and growth 2 times for every 10%. So that means that if you were able to hit that 7% target on your evaluation account of 13,000, you get a $52,000 account. And if you were to profit 10% on the $52,000 account, that means that they would increase your account to $104,000 after that 10% profit target was hit. So you can see how your account or the account that you're trading on behalf of them, it starts to grow very quickly, all right? Depending on your type of strategy and how much you can profit. So let's go into more of the details of what they require. All right, so we've talked about all these options at the top. You're able to trade assets, Forex assets like most of the main currencies and some of the off currencies as well, some of the miners. And you have a good options here when it comes to tradable assets. A lot of you like to trade gold and silver and things like that, but I'm not sure if they allow that. That's something that you may need to ask. And I have a little bit of cat drama going on over here, so sorry about that. And you need a minimum of 40 positions on the account in order to complete the evaluation. So if you, for example, profit 7% without 40 positions, then you're going to have to trade up to another few positions to get to that point before they'll accept your profitable evaluation. You also need a minimum of 20 days before you can be considered as well, 20 trading days. All right, and you have 6 months to hit that profit target of 7% before uh, you do not qualify. All right, so if you can't do it in 6 months, that means you don't qualify. Stop loss value of 1.5%, and that also includes the hedging position. So it's important and required to have a stop loss on every single trade that you have. All right, so make sure and don't mess that up. Holding overnight is allowed and holding over the weekend is allowed. Now, these are pretty huge because a lot of prop firms, I think Apiary Fund may not allow you to hold over the weekend, or at least they did. And Maverick FX does allow you to, but there are other firms that have restrictions here. And it really makes it difficult for us traders to hold positions and to do some longer term investing or trading. And it's it's a way for these prop firms to make it so we don't really make money on the accounts, or at least makes it much harder for us. All right. So I did trade an account at the Fivers, and here's a picture of the evaluation account, uh, the username and password and all that kind of stuff that they gave me. And it was through a Elite Technology Live too. So I'm not really sure how that broker is, if it's a white label, if it's an actual broker itself. I'm not really sure. They didn't tell me which broker that they use. They just told me the spreads and the fees involved um, at that broker. It was a $13,000 account that I traded for them, and it is now disabled because I was not able to profit on the evaluation. I over risked it. I manual traded, and so those of you that know my channel know that I'm not a great manual trader, and I've admitted to that. I am an algorithm guy. I'm an expert advisor guy when it comes to trading in the Forex market. I have over 100 expert advisors, and those are what do well for me in trading. And it's because it takes the emotions out, and I feel like I'm good at working with computers and working with the options of trading the market, just not great with doing it in a manual way. Maybe that will change at some point, but I decided to give it a chance. And the reason why I did manual trading is because of the 65 uh, and the maximum drawdown of around 4% and the maximum exposure of 65 lots. It doesn't really do well with grid or martingale trading, which is what I do a lot with my expert advisors. And so I thought, well, I'll give it a shot with manual trading because it does tend to like more towards stop loss systems when it comes to these restrictions. Now they're not huge. They're still much better. A 4% drawdown cutoff is pretty standard for a proprietary firm. Maximum exposure is can be potentially lower at other places, but overall, I think it's definitely doable to have a profitable strategy and to reach their target in 6 months. But the thing is that we don't want to hit that target in 6 months. We want to hit it in 20 days, right? That's just how us traders work. And so that's probably one reason why I over risked my account and ended up losing this account that they gave me. So I hit the drawdown of the 520 and my account was suspended. So they said that I am always able to come back and pay another one-time commitment, either the 500, the 400, or the 270, and try again. And I'm currently changing some of the settings in my expert advisors so they will actually fit towards this type of so these types of restrictions. And I actually have an expert advisor right now that you can check out that's completely free on my website. You'll see the link below. And you can use this expert advisor. It has on with thefivers.com. It has a 12-year history of no losses, no losing months, but it does have a drawdown potential of around 60% over a 12-year period of time. And that's not something that you can use very well with the fibers because their drawdown is only 4%. So you're going to have to minimize or minimize the risk quite a bit with my expert advisor in order to use this strategy. It might take you 4-5 months or so to reach the target, but you will get there if you make sure and set the settings to the restrictions that they give you on the website. It's not going to be a fast process, but you'll get there. All right, so let's talk about one other huge thing that's not mentioned here, and that is one requirement from the Fivers.com is if you go over, if you hit the restrictions, if you break these rules that they have here, you will get hit with warnings. If you get 5 warnings, that means that you will miss out on the valuation, even if you do hit the profit goal. If you hit the profit goal, they'll share the profit with you, but you won't be able to get a funded account. So don't break these rules. Make sure to have a stop loss on your account. Make sure you're not over risking, because if you use more exposure, which they allow you to do over the 0.65 lots, then you can do that. You can over risk it and use more than that, but you'll get a warning, and that means that's one warning towards the 5 that you're allowed. So you can break the rules, any of these rules, up to 5 times total before you don't hit the evaluation or you don't get a funded account. So make sure that you stick to the rules, but there is some leeway. So if you happen to break by making a mistake, then you do get a warning, but make sure you don't break the hitting over 5. Okay? So overall, I think that the Fivers is probably the best, it is the best prop fund that or company that I've come across. And I didn't get to test some of their withdrawals process. It's all done through PayPal. So if you profit the 10% or 7% on your account, they'll send you your profit cut through PayPal. They did send me some. They sent me some commissions from a couple of friends that I helped set up through the Fivers.com. So they did pay me, and I did receive actual funds from PayPal that was sent from them. So they do pay you, at least some. And so I'm glad that I have some payment proof, whether it's from affiliates or friends, or if it's through actual live trading itself. I really like these guys. I feel like they're honest. They're always there to chat almost all the time during the day. Their email support's really good as well. Once you make that one-time commitment, whether it's the 550, 400, 270 account or 270 option, they'll send you that account the same day. Pretty much, I got mine within a few hours, and so they say within a 24-hour period, but I was able to get mine in just a few hours, and everything was set up very, very quickly, and I was able to start trading right off the bat. So much faster setup process, really good online support, better options than most proprietary firms, funded account in minimum of 20 days, which is much faster than other places. 10% growth for two times account size. Also, really good option there as well. But the drawdown could be higher. Wish it was around 10% maximum exposure. Wish it was at least double that as well, just to give us a little bit more breathing room on our trades. All right, guys, make sure and subscribe if you like this video, and check out my expert advisor, the one that's for free. You can use it at thefivers.com or your evaluation account, or just on your personal trading account as well. It will bring you upwards of 5 to 10% per month. And I'll show you exactly how to do that through the videos on my website. Good luck, everybody, and I hope that you enjoyed thefivers.com. Have a good one.